We are now going to see the emergent strategic process. In this case, the strategies are formed as a consequence of the development of actions that are not planned or foreseen in advance by the top managers of the company in order to create strategies. These actions can be carried out by any person or group of people in the organization, arise by chance, and develop in many different ways. There can be three different types of emergent strategic processes depending on who the protagonists of the actions are. If the emergent actions have the top managers of the company as protagonists, it is a top-down emergent process. If the emergent actions have people or groups of people from lower hierarchical levels as protagonists, such as middle managers or employees, it is a bottom-up emergent process. If, finally, the emergent actions are carried out jointly by the top managers and by other people located at lower hierarchical levels, it is a democratic type emergent process. Let's start with the top-down emergent strategic process. In this case, the protagonists are the top managers of the company, who are taking actions incrementally and iteratively as they respond to unexpected events that occur, so that over time a pattern of behavior can be formed in this stream of actions that constitutes the strategy or a new concept, idea, vision, or strategic decision may emerge as a consequence of this process. This process can be conceptualized as a learning process made up of the following actions. Firstly, the analysis of unexpected events. Secondly, the formulation of the actions to be taken to respond to said events. Thirdly, the implementation of the actions that have been formulated. Fourthly, the control of the performance of the actions that have been implemented. And fifthly and lastly, the strategic learning from the analysis of the feedback of the actions taken. It is interesting to cite a unique type of top-down emergent strategic process characterized by new strategic ideas, concepts, or visions appearing suddenly, like sparks, in the mind of the company's top manager. This usually happens to all of us from time to time, when an idea suddenly arises that solves a problem we had in mind. In this regard, Mintzberg and Waters comment, "The continuous bombardment of facts, opinions, problems, etc. can prepare the mind of the leader for change, but a simple additional information probably creates the synthesis, putting the various data together in a sudden eureka, like a flash, through which the new strategic orientation, idea, concept, or vision emerges." As a result of this emergent strategic process, emergent strategies may be generated, or, on the contrary, it may be that the incipient behavior patterns do not become consolidated, or that the new strategic concepts, ideas, visions, or decisions do not finally influence in the company's strategy. We are now going to see the bottom-up emergent strategic process. In this case, the protagonists are located in the lower and/or middle levels of the organization. They are employees, line managers, etc. These people usually have intimate contact with technology and/or customers, which facilitates the emergence of new strategic ideas and the generation and development of new internal initiatives, which can influence the organization's strategy if these are detected, accepted, and incorporated into the deliberate strategy creation process by the company's top management. Or it may also be that incipient behavioral patterns are forming in streams of actions carried out by these people, which may become strategies if they are detected, accepted, and incorporated into the deliberate strategic process by the top managers. Or even, in some types of organizations, in highly decentralized organizations, lacking leadership, without clearly defined strategies, etc., it may be that these incipient patterns of behavior finally become emergent strategies without the intervention of the company's top management. This process, as occurs with the top-down emergent process, can also be conceptualized as a learning process, but with the particularity that the protagonists are located in the lower and/or middle levels of the organization, and possibly, later on, This process will move up to higher hierarchical levels if these new ideas, initiatives, or incipient patterns are evaluated and/or promoted by people at higher hierarchical levels. As a result of this emergent strategic process, emergent strategies may be generated. Or, on the contrary, it may be that new strategic ideas or initiatives or new incipient patterns do not finally influence the company's strategy. We are now going to see the democratic type emergent strategic process. This strategic process is made up of emergent actions carried out jointly by the top managers and by other people located at lower hierarchical levels, as a consequence of which new strategic concepts, ideas, visions, or decisions emerge, or new incipient patterns of behavior are generated, which may or may not influence the company's strategy. As with the two previous cases, this process can also be conceptualized as a learning process, with the particularity that both the top managers and other people at lower hierarchical levels participate in it. We are now going to see the context in which the three types of emergent strategic processes that we have just seen tend to take place: the top-down, the bottom-up, and the democratic type emergent strategic processes. Emergent strategic processes tend to occur mainly in companies that operate in turbulent or dynamic environments, since they normally arise from the occurrence of unexpected events in the environment and/or within the organization to which the top managers of the company respond. Top-down emergent strategic processes will occur in all types of organizations that are immersed in turbulent or dynamic environments, since in any case, it is the company's top management that is responsible for ensuring that the organization responds to unexpected events as they occur. Bottom-up and democratic type emergent strategic processes will take place fundamentally in large, complex, and decentralized companies that are immersed in turbulent or dynamic environments, and above all, and in any case, in organizations with participative management styles and open and tolerant organizational cultures.